But what did Prophet do? This is the example that we have to learn. When anybody from our family becomes non-Muslim, then this is what we have to follow the life of Prophet ﷺ as an example. Otherwise, what's the point of calling ourselves that we believe in Rasulullah ﷺ? We don't believe in Rasulullah ﷺ if we don't follow him. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam let him go. He didn't do anything to him. And then he lived for a few years, few months, maybe a few days, and then he died as a normal death. And when he died, this hadith is there. The complete story is found in Sahih al-Bukhari. This person died as a normal death. And nothing happened. The Christians buried him in a normal situation, as he was buried in like the Christian tradition is there, when they bury the people. So he was buried in the grave. And the next morning, his body was, exposed outside. It came out from the grave and it was thrown outside. So what happened is the Christians, they thought that it could be Prophet Muhammad's people. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Yes, Hussein, if you have got any question, then you can please put your question now, inshallah. So what I was saying is that when this person who became ex-Muslim and died, Rasul ﷺ did not, told the Sahaba that this man should be killed, or he should be, his head should be chopped, or this and that. He died as a normal death after some times, after he apostated from Islam and went to Christianity. Then the day the Christians buried him, the next day his body was thrown out of the grave. How it happened, Allah knows best. Then the Christians came, they buried him again as a normal rituals that they have. Then the second day again they found that the body is out of the ground. So they buried him again. This is the third time they buried him. And finally they left him like that. They left him because his body was not accepted by the soil. His body was not accepted in the grave. So he had to come out. So, but the point here, the question was, what a person should do when somebody becomes non-Muslim in his family. My brothers and sisters, I don't know what was the reason for the Muslim to become a non-Muslim. I don't know. But if somebody has become non-Muslim, we should not be, angry with that. We should not be panicking about it. Because it is Allah's religion. Allah Himself has given us the choice. You became Muslim and be thankful to Allah, or you became kafir and be ungrateful to Allah. It's all your choice. So in Islam, we don't have that issues. And we should not have, all we have to do is, the best thing is that when anybody becomes a non-Muslim in your family, then you should remember one thing. That now, instead of turning this person away or, showing opposite reaction to him and creating a threat for him, it's better that you show a good relationship with him. And if he is harming or becoming like a person who would create fitna, then avoid it. But you have no right to hate him or torture him or get him, banged him up with the gangs and all that kind of things. No, this is not something that is promoted in our religion, and it's not permissible in our religion. Who knows? Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Who knows? This person, subhanallah, maybe a girl or a boy, after what has happened to this person, and the person went back to another religion, maybe after that Allah might have shown him the truth or shown her the truth. And then this person wants to come back. So how this person will come back when this person is scared and afraid that if I go back to my family, they might kill him. If I go back to this Muslim community, they might kill me. No, we should welcome him. We should welcome him. Even if a person becomes 10 times if he goes out of the fold of Islam, and again 11th time he wants to come back and repent to Allah and come back to Islam, we should all welcome him. So this is very important matter which we have to understand. And today it's very common now. Many people, many young boys, many young girls, because they don't have the proper understanding of Islam from their houses, the mother is out of the track of Islam, the father is out of the track of Islam, the elderly members in the family where this child is growing up, nobody prays, nobody knows what Islam is, nobody knows what Quran is, nobody knows anything of Islam. And this child, when this child is growing up, and when this child is seeing the contradiction and restrictions from the father, from the mother, and that person sees them. Look, this man is telling me, my father is saying don't do this and don't do that, and what is his behavior? How is he behaving with my other family members, with my mother? Same thing with the mother. When the child is looking at the character of the mother, that she is all the time F word and S word in the house and smoking and moving around, going around here and there, nothing of Islam, no namaz, no salah, no reading of the Quran, nothing, then this child is, it is more or great chances for this child to become a non-Muslim. Because the good thing will be, this child will see easy life, loving, welcoming, and no restrictions in other religion. So definitely, even if that child will not accept any other religion, but at least this child will hate Islam. Not because Islam, that person is knowingly, knowing any wrong in Islam and then becoming a non-Muslim, no, or ex-Muslim, is because of the people that he grew up with, the people that he lived with. He is actually seeing, or she is seeing, them as bad people. There is nothing in their character, in their behavior, in their lifestyle that could welcome somebody to become Muslim or to remain Muslim. So these are the chances, my brothers and sisters, even today. Very important issues, not only about Islam or non-Muslim. The marriage lives. The children, they are, getting involved into boyfriend and girlfriend issues. And they do everything that husband and wife legally are allowed to do. They do everything before the legal marriage. And then they come to the parents that this is what we want to do now. This is, subhanAllah, it has become a very common thing. And the parents have no choice, because the child, when he or she is at the age of the marriage, and this is the right time for them to be getting married, then the cultural issues will be raised by the father, the cultural issues will be raised by the mother, or the forced marriage issue will be there, and the promises were given when to the brother or sister. Okay, some people claim it is not allowed to vote. What is Islamic ruling on election, please? Yes, I'm with the opinion that the voting is done. Voting is allowed. Why? If those people who are saying that the voting is not allowed because the MP or the member of the parliament or the prime minister, they are not practicing Islam and they might be, doing something against Allah's law, then why you people are in this country in the first place? My question to them. Why you are taking the benefits of this country? Why you are holding the passport of this country? Why double faces? You are taking all the benefits from this country. You are taking free medicines. You are taking free houses benefit. You are taking all the benefits that the government is giving you. And you are staying in this country and following all the laws. And when it comes to the voting, you are saying, no, you should not vote this man. You should not vote that prime minister because they are non-Muslims. They might be. But what are you doing in the first place? That means if you are sincere and honest Muslim and you think that voting is not allowed, then how come you are staying in this country if that is because this country won't be telling you Sharia law. So why you are in this country? So that's in the counter argument. I'm not saying that no Muslims should leave this country. I'm just generally giving you the advice that be honest, be sincere. There are MPs, there are members of the parliaments, there are people who are fighting for the rights of the humans, alhamdulillah, and that's the reason. I'm an Indian, I'm in this country. I've got, mashallah, all the rights that I want. My children, they grew up in this country. And I have no problem with my MP, member of parliament in my town. And if I have any issues, then I can approach him. So if I have not voted for him, then where would I go if I am in need? So general understanding, people may have different views, scholars they differ, but alhamdulillah, I'm with the view that voting is allowed, and I vote, and my children vote, and my family vote, alhamdulillah. Yes. I want to ask if someone walks in front of a praying person, does that break his namaz? It doesn't break the namaz, but it is from both the sides. They both are wrong. The one who has started the prayer without keeping the sutra, he is wrong. And the one who is crossing him is also wrong. But who is wrong in the first place? The one who started the namaz and having nothing in front of him. And the person who has to cross him, he has to cross. There is no choice. Well, how would he go? Maybe sometimes people, I have seen when I was working as an imam 18 years in Dubai, I used to see that the man is praying his sunnah, but he will be standing in the last row of the namaz in the masjid, and the whole masjid in front of him is open. And now even if a person wants to cross him going from behind him, he can't because he's in the last row. And there's no place for a person to go from behind him. So there is no choice for this man except to cross him. So this is wrong. So the first thing is that when you pray, you should keep something in front of you as a sutra. And alhamdulillah, after the sutra is put, then the person can cross from outside the boundary of the sutra. Otherwise, namaz won't break, but it will take away the rewards because it's a distraction. And once you have a distraction in your salah, your reward goes away from you. Okay, my brothers and sisters, mashallah, the views are increasing. I think they have come from the prayers. So this is our live show Q&A, and this is our YouTube channel, and everyone is welcome, Muslims, non-Muslims, Indians, Pakistanis, Bengalis, Arabs, and English. All of you are welcome in this, and you can put your questions. If you have got any doubt against Islam, if you have doubt against Quran, or you don't agree with anything, you can put your questions here, inshallah. I won't be upset unless you are misbehaving and misusing your language. Then we have no choice except to, kick you off, alhamdulillah, or block you. So this is a live show, and we have terms and conditions for the question and answers, alhamdulillah. Make the best use of your time. If you hate me, no problem, good luck to you. But if you mashallah want to learn something about Islam, you're most welcome, alhamdulillah. But you think, these are people, they're radicalizing the people, they are terrorists, this and that, alhamdulillah, good luck to you, my brother. If you have, mashallah, guts and you want to discuss about Islam, then this is an open channel. Every Saturday, I'm here, mashallah, to speak about my religion. And I'm happy with my religion because my religion has made me human. Alhamdulillah, I know that when I was not in Islam, I was not a human being. I was a wild person. I was like a beast walking in the street. Family used to get scared of me. My parents used to be worried that, he has gone out now. May God bring him safely and peacefully in one piece to the house. They might think that I would be doing this or that. And people would, they would not even like to speak to me because of my attitude and harsh nature and street fighter and all those kind of things. So, alhamdulillah, though I was an academic person, I was studying in this English high school, but that's the nature. But who changed me? Islam. Why? Because I learned the Quran. And when I'm learning the Quran, I didn't learn the Quran as because it is my religious book, because I was born in a Muslim family. No, I learned the Quran in a critical way. I used to challenge the Quran in an opposite way. I used to put all negative questions to the Quran, and I used to get the answer. So I studied the whole Quran, alhamdulillah. And then, alhamdulillah, I accepted Islam. And then I found that there is nothing in the Quran that could be said that, oh, this Quran should not be taught. This Quran should not be believed. Quran should not be followed. No, this is wrong, because people, when they pick and choose the subjects, definitely when the Quran says that you find any kafir in the street, a disbeliever, kill him. That is out of context they are telling. This is the time when the Muslims and the non-Muslims are fighting in the war. So that ayah, that verse cannot be taken, and make it as general in every street. Okay, just to clarify, Sheikh, is there an exception if a woman or black dog goes in front of a praying person? Will that break namaz? No, I told you, my brother, there is a hadith which says that there are three people who will, take away your rewards. One is the woman, one is the dog, and the shaitan. The third is shaitan. So all these three people, you can see the woman, you can see the dog, but can you see the shaitan? No. So what will prevent shaitan? The sutra. Don't consider that the salah will be broken. Salah is not that weak that anybody passes by you and takes away your reward of the salah. No, your reward will be reduced because it's your carelessness. You were, you didn't follow the proper instructions and guidance of the terms and conditions before and after the salah, in the salah or outside the salah. So all these there are etiquettes, mashallah, that you have to follow. There are terms and conditions, their guidelines are given to you, where to stand, how to stand, and where to be facing, and what should be done before the salah. You have to have a body clean, and the clothes should be clean, your place of worship should be clean, you're facing to the qibla, you should be in wudu, and all these instructions are there, alhamdulillah. Can you mention the 10 categories of people who will be punished by Allah due to alcoholic drinks, please? My brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, there's a website called sunnah.com. You can type there and you will find, because I don't recall all that 10 of them together, but it is definitely, these are the one who are selling and buying, those people who are selling alcohol, buying alcohol, those people who are carrying and taking away from one place to another place, those people who are distributing. These are the people who will be punished. And even those people who are helping them for drinking, those who are drinking, they are also part of it. Those who are writing the bill for that, all these people will be punished on the day of judgment. So they might also be punished in this life as well. So we have to understand that there's a website which is called sunnah.com, and if you type there about alcohol, then you will know. But I don't recall. These are the main people who buys it, who sells it, who carries it, who distributes it, and who drinks it. So, and those who are witnessing all that. So all these people are very famous people who get involved into this, and they will be punished for that. Maybe inshallah, I'm searching for it, inshallah, the hadith, and I will forward it to you when I'll find it, inshallah. Meantime, brothers and sisters, if you have got any other question, you can please call me or text me if you have got any question about it, inshallah. There's another website which is called islam-qa.com. So if you type there also the word alcohol, you will get the punishment is mentioned there. So this is this is QA dot. Alhamdulillah. So my brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, this is our Islamika, which is like a live show, Q&A YouTube channel. And you can put your questions, alhamdulillah, in Urdu, English, Arabic. You can use two options. One option is given, inshallah, as you know, you can see the top chat on the left side of mine. You can see the screen, and there you can put your questions in Arabic, English, and Urdu. Now I'm sending you the link, inshallah, about the punishment for those people who are drinking alcohol and the people who are selling alcohol, and all those people who are first of all, Quran has made it very clear that innamal khamru wal maisiru wal ansab wal azlamu rijsun min amali shaitan fashtanibuhu la'allakum tuflihun. And there's a hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam that says Allah has cursed alcohol, and the one who drinks it, the one who pours it, the one who sells it, the one who buys it, the one who squeezes it, the grapes, the one whom for it is squeezed, and the one who carries it, and the one to whom it is carried. This is found in Sunan Abu Dawud. Alhamdulillah, you will get the link of this, inshallah. I'm sending you the link now. You can click on that link and you will get the complete article on this subject. Jazakallah khair for your question. And mashallah, it's a good question. All those brothers and sisters who are there with us in the show, they will, mashallah, will benefit with this question as well. So if you have got any other question, my brothers and sisters, you can ask me, inshallah. So I have given you the link, and it speaks about the punishments about those people who are dealing with the alcohol. So these are the people, they are mentioned in all the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu. Hope, inshallah, it will answer your question. So my brothers and sisters, mashallah, the viewers are watching us, and I request all of you that please, next time, inshallah, be ready every Saturday. Try to keep yourself free, because when you are entertaining us and you are, mashallah, putting these questions, it helps me and it gives me, like, mashallah, a peace of mind that my brothers and sisters, they are, mashallah, here to, share their good views. Can you explain how to perform sujood? Sajda Sahu, read a little book, but found it difficult to understand. Okay, I'll explain that. Assalamu alaikum. There is a message going around stating you shouldn't share your plans with others. Even there are links giving Quranic reference and evil eye hadith. How correct is this statement? Okay, generally, first let me answer the question of the brother I Hussein. Sajdat Sahu is actually, the meaning of this Sajdat Sahu is that when you make any mistake while you are praying your namaz, then out of forgetfulness, not deliberately, out of forgetfulness, that's the meaning of Sajdat Sahu. Sahu means by mistake you do things, forgetfulness. So if you do that, then the scholars have made it very, very specific. They say certain things that you are adding to the prayer, like if you are praying 4 rakat and you prayed 5, then your Sajda Sahu should be completely out of the prayer. Once you finish the prayer, then outside the salam, you have to do 2 sajdas and salam. So they say this is the one of the opinions. They say that you should when you add something more, then you have to do the Sajda Sahu out of the salah. Or if you have missed something or reduced, for example, you were supposed to sit in the second rakat tashahhud. If you are praying 3 rakat of Maghrib or 4 rakat of Zohar, Asr or Isha, then you forgot to sit and you stood for the 3rd rakah. In that they say when the salam, before the salam you do 2 sajdas and then do the salam. So this is the only thing. Otherwise what you have to do, the correct way of sajda is whether you do after the salah or in the salah. When you are doing the Sajda Sahu in the salah, then what you have to do after reading At-Tahiyatu Lillahi wa Salawat, then reading Allahumma Salli Ala, then reading the dua. After doing all this, Bismillah. After finishing the dua, then say Allahu Akbar and do 2 sajdas. And then Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah. This is when you are in the salah. But suppose if you think that, oh, you have made, added, like you were praying Maghrib and you prayed 3 rakat, and then 4th rakat you thought you forgot that this is your 3rd rakat or 4th, and you stood up for the 4th rakat, then immediately you realized it, that this was you have added to it. Then you sit, read at-tahiyat, read Allahumma salli ala, read dua, and then do the salam, complete salam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Come out of the salah completely. Then sit in the same place, say Allahu Akbar, and do 2 sajdas, and then assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is the easiest way, mashallah, you can do that. Okay, with regards to this, that the people are saying don't share your plans with others. This is just like a precaution. There is no hadith as such. Precautions in the sense that, even you go to Raqis, like people, they come to me for the treatment and they ask me, Sheikh Sahab, I think that there are people in my family, they are jealous of me and they might do, some harm to me, or they will, create problem for me. So I don't want to disclose. So I tell them, if you doubt that they can hit you with the evil eye, then you don't have to tell them. And there are people, subhanAllah, they have like marriage proposals for the children, they don't want to tell them. There are people who are getting, a good job, they don't want to tell them. There are people who are, their children are getting, graduations, they don't want to tell them. Just because this is a precautions. It's not a hadith. There's no restriction in the Quran or hadith like that. Yes, evil eye is true. People can have jealousy, people can do black magic, people can, send the jinn, and people can create problems. And the jinn can do all this harm to the human beings with Allah's permission. But these are true and it happens. So to be on the safe side, you shouldn't be, boasting and saying and this and that. And definitely you might have the evil eye by yourself. So these are all possibilities. So there's no such hadith which says that you can't disclose your plans. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Wa alaikum assalam. Can you please help us with du'as for the time of tahajjud? Okay, any dua, subhanallah, the best dua is Allahumma Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. This is the best dua you can say. Allah, give me the best of the dunya and the best of the akhirah and protect me from the hellfire. So Allah, now you left the choice to Allah. So Allah, when Allah loves always good for you. وَلَا يَرْضَى لِعِبَادِهِ الْكُفْرِ. Allah does not like disbelief or harm for His people. So definitely Allah loves best for you. Allah loves iman for you. Allah loves good for you. Allah loves success for you. Allah loves, prosperity and all good you can say that Allah wants for you. So when you leave the choice to Allah and you say, Allah, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasana. Allah, give me the best of the dunya. The best that is there in the dunya, give me that. Wa fil akhirah. And hasana in the akhirah. Allah, the best of the akhirah. Wa qina adhab nar. And in the akhirah, there is another danger thing. That is the Jahannam. Allah protect us from the Jahannam. So you are protected from the Jahannam. You got even if you go to the Jannah and you say best of the Jannah, you are getting there. In this dunya, you are saved from the harm when you say, Allah, give me the best. This is one thing. And the Surah Al-Fatiha is the best dua that you read. You say, Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Allah, guide us to the right path. Sirat al-ladhina anamta alayhim. Allah, guide us to the path of those people upon whom you have bestowed your mercy and you have favored them. So, who are those? These are an-nabiyina wa-siddiqina wa-shuhada wa-salihin. These are the 4 people mentioned in Surah An-Nisa, that those people on the straight path are, and those who have received Allah's favors, they are prophets of Allah, and they are the truthful believers and sincere believers of Allah. They are the shuhada, that means the martyrs, sincere martyrs who died for the cause of Allah, and those who are pious people, those who are good people. So these are the people we are making best dua to Allah. What we are saying? Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Oh Allah, this is for every salah, every rakat you are praying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, whether it is your fajr prayers, whether it is your tahajjud prayer, whether it is your sunnah prayer, whether it is your nafil prayer, every prayer, minimum when you are praying 5 fard prayers, daily 5 prayers, fajr, zohar, asr, maghrib and isha. In this, there are total 17 rakats. In every rakat you are saying, Ihdina sirat al-mustaqim. Allah, guide us to the straight path. path, Surat al-Ladina Namta alayhim, path of those people upon whom you have bestowed your favors. Nabiyeen, prophets of Allah. Siddiqeen, the truthful, peace, sincere Muslim, believers of Allah. Shuhada, the true martyrs who died in the cause of Allah. And Salihin, the pious people who are following your religion and trying their best to be good. So these are the people that you make dua. And then you are saying, Allah, guide me to their path. Means teach me how to follow their path. Then you say, غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا الضَّالِّينَ. And Allah, don't, let me go to the path of, or don't make me walk onto the path of those people who are gone astray, who are been cursed by you. So there are people who are cursed by Allah, and there are people who are gone astray. They chose to be, not to follow the religion of Allah, so they are astray. And there are people who challenge Allah, so they are cursed and they are punished. So we are told that make two du'as. Mention to Allah, these are the three main points are there in this dua. But the first point is you ask Allah to give you the guidance to a straight path. What is the straight path? How would you know that? Nobody will come and tell you, okay, this is the straight path. So those people who are following on the straight path are four types of people. The prophets are following the straight path. The sincere believers, the truthful believers are following the straight path. The martyrs in the path of Allah, they were following the straight path. And the pious people. So this is how we have to choose, we have to look for these four type of people. And for us, mashallah, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the best role model. So we have to say to Allah, Allah, guide me to the path of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And then we have to see that there's a positive, there's a negative. Where you have prophets, Siddiqeen, Shuhada, Salihin, you also have got a Kafirin, Mujrimeen, Mushrikeen, Munafiqeen, Dallin. So there are people, subhanallah, Zalimeen. So there are this kind of bad people. Kafir, disbelievers, idol worshippers, killers, murderers, cheaters, liars, hypocrites, and those people who do wrong to other people. So these are the people we have to tell Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah, protect me from their, following their path. So this is the best dua you can ask in the tahajjud, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanallah, will help you. And this, I don't ask anything more than that. I always ask Allah to give me life on Islam and give me death on Islam. And then I also say, Allah, the best, you know what is best for me, you give me the best of this dunya. And you know what is best for me in the akhirah, so give me that. And you know that Jahannam is something that nobody wishes to go there, so protect me from that. This is the best thing. And if you have committed the sin, then the best example is the example of dua of Adam alayhi salatu wasalam and his wife. Subhanallah. رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Allahu Akbar. Such a beautiful dua. Oh Allah, Allah, we have done wrong to ourselves. رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا. Allah, we have done wrong to ourselves. فَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا. And if you are not going to forgive us for our sin that we have committed, and if you don't show your mercy upon us, لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ, then we will be the biggest losers. Because the forgiveness will come only from you. Only you can forgive us. And only you can shower your mercy to us. And if you can't, if you don't do that, if you don't show, your mercy to us, and you don't forgive us, and you are still angry with us, then we will be the biggest losers. We might be successful in this dunya, but on the day of judgment, we will be the losers. So that's the thing, when you commit any mistake or you commit sin, then you are, asked to do this dua. And the other thing, for example, you are still confused, for example, whether you have committed the sin or not. You don't know. Or you might be getting some, doubtful thoughts. Like yesterday somebody came and told me, Sheikh Sahab, I'm really scared of the Jahannam because I'm getting weird thoughts in my mind. I'm thinking that there's no Allah existing. There's no Islam existing. So I'm worried. I said, Subhanallah, go back to the Quran. Quran says, ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا وأخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. Oh Allah, if we have forgotten something or if we have done something by mistake, don't make us accountable for that. And Allah, guide us. Allah, have mercy upon us and help us against the enemies of Islam. Subhanallah, best dua. That means if you're confused, you're doubtful, then you can make this dua like that. I wanted to ask you, what is the correct stance regarding Yazid ibn Muawiyah, as different views are out there. I will not say, because Quran has said tilka ummatun qad khalat laha ma kasabat wa lakum ma kasabtum wa la tusaluna amma kanu ya'malun. Yes, that Allah is saying that they were the nations, you are the nation. They have gone with what they have done, and you will go with what you have done. What you will do. And Allah will not ask you about what they have done, and Allah will not ask them about what you are going to do. This is my stance, one thing. Second thing, yes, there are different opinions with regards to Yazid. People, they say he was qatil, he killed the Prophet's grandson, and etc. etc. Okay, people, they say that. Now, the point is that this is all from the history. These are the information comes from the history books. It's not there in the Quran. Yazid is not mentioned in the Quran. Yazid is not mentioned by even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yazid is not mentioned by Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman and Ali. Even Ali, Ali's son is martyred there. But even there is no narration which says that Ali has spoken anything about Yazid. So who are we to talk about Yazid? Okay, so alhamdulillah, Quran is silent about Yazid. Hadith is silent about Yazid. Prophet didn't say anything about Yazid, and the four caliphs didn't say anything about Yazid. And our four imams, even they didn't say anything. Abu Hanifa didn't say anything bad about Yazid. Imam Malik didn't say anything bad about Yazid. Imam Shafi'i didn't say anything good or bad about Yazid. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, rahmatullah alayh, all these great scholars of our great imams, they didn't speak anything bad or good about him. They remained silent. So my brother, mashallah, maybe you following Sunnah, maybe you may be Sunni or you may be Shia, Allahu Alam. But alhamdulillah, you're most welcome in this show. I have nothing, against your faith or belief. But my stance is that, first, Quran says Yazid is gone. And he has gone with his deeds. Allah will not ask me what he has done. And I will go, Allah will not ask Yazid what I have done. This is my first point. Second thing, I see what Quran says, I see what Rasulullah is saying, I see four Imams, our four Khalifas are saying, I see what Ali is saying about Yazid, and I see what our four Imams are saying about Yazid. And if I find that they are neutral, they remain silent, they didn't, say anything against him that he is Jahannami and he will go to hell and this and that, then alhamdulillah, I don't want to put my statement in this. I also want to be neutral in that. Alhamdulillah, he has gone and his matter is with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Can we find it in writing somewhere as in some websites? What? What do you want to find? Okay, you are talking about the tahajjud du'as. Yeah, alhamdulillah, as I said that there are plenty of books. And also, the link which I have sent to you, that website will give you the complete details. If you follow that Islam question and answer, that's the link. And I'll send you the link now. You click on that website, inshallah, and you will get all these du'as are there, alhamdulillah. And you can, mashallah, there are plenty of good du'as out there. But my brothers, mashallah, my brothers and sisters, whoever you are, what I said, that it won't be something different than that. Inshallah. The best dua is the dua which is the crown of the dua, Taj. And that is Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. The other dua is dua of Adam alayhi salam. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa illam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. The third dua, the last verse of Surah Al-Baqarah, 286. Rabbana la tu'akhidna in nasina wa akhtana. This the whole dua, mashallah. And then when you are doubtful about your iman, sometimes you are shaky, then you read Surah Al-Fatiha all the time. Ihdina surat al-mustaqim, surat al-ladhina namta alayhim, ghayr al-maghdubi alayhim wa ad-dallin. Alhamdulillah. So this is how you can, mashallah, follow. These are the best 4 du'as I do for myself. Alhamdulillah. I make dua for my children also. We're using this. That Allah give them the best of this dunya and the best of the akhirah and protect them from, hellfire. Allah, let them follow the path of all the past people and the good people, and let them follow the path of Rasulullah. Let them live on Islam and let them die on Islam. And I pray for all of you, my brothers and sisters. That's the best thing you can ask Allah. Allah, give us life with Islam and give us death upon Islam. Alhamdulillah. I'm Sunni, just had a discussion at work, so I thought I would ask you. My brother, alhamdulillah, you are welcome, mashallah. I have nothing, subhanallah, my Jummah khutbah, I have got non-Muslims attending. Not 1 year, 2 years, 8, 9 years they are attending. Even they are there in my masjid before the namaz, before the adhan, before the even adhan of Jummah. They are there and they are welcome, because after the adhan is done, namaz, khutbah is done, and sometimes my khutbah is very lengthy. After the Jummah, khutbah is done. And even in the khutbah, I talk about the Christians, I talk about the Bible, I openly speak about that. And then after the Jummah, these brothers, the Christians, pastors, they are scholars of their books, alhamdulillah, whatever the knowledge that they have. They attend the Jummah, and after the Jummah, we sit together another 1 hour and discuss about the subject. So alhamdulillah, this is the only place where they are welcome. In Luton, I think they said that nobody is welcoming them anyway, because they may be suspecting or they may be on precautions. Allahu alam. Alhamdulillah, I've got nothing to hide or nothing to expose. Alhamdulillah, I believe that the peace is the weapon, peace is the garment of the believer. So wherever I'll go in any part of the world, I will try my best to maintain the peace and avoid the corruptions and disturbance. So alhamdulillah, I've got nothing to hide, and I've got nothing to, and I'm not a personality that could be a threat to anybody. So my brothers and sisters, we are very close to ending the subject, alhamdulillah. And Jazakallah khair for joining us. MashaAllah, last Saturday we started this, and inshallah this is our second Saturday after the continuation, and hopefully inshallah it will continue for all the following Saturdays inshallah. So please, mashallah, next Saturday we will again meet at 8 o'clock. And please keep on tuning and be connected with me, because sometimes due to the weather, there could be, disconnection of the internet, but still I'll be here up until, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, inshallah. So keep on, joining us, mashallah. Invite the people, as many people as you can, mashallah, and you will get the reward, as you can see, mashallah. Now, after finishing this program will be uploaded on YouTube, and see, millions will be watching. And millions will be seeing that. And you will be rewarded, because all your questions are their questions maybe. And the answer that I gave, inshallah, that will help them. So barakallah fikum, jazakumullah khairan. Inshallah, I bid you farewell and wish you to have, happy weekends, inshallah, with your families, with your neighbors, with your brothers and sisters. Jazakumullah khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.